but he's gonna get uled up. If they can land this arrow, it should be a very easy kill. Was not expecting that catch from Hyde, and now dead for 40 seconds. Maybe Boom with a little bit of an opportunity here. Though Dreamcell not really anywhere nearby, still just sitting on top of 2.3k gold. Yeah, and both teams are already... They're already thinking about the Roshan. They know that this is the big... This is going to be the big objective that really decides this game. How these Roshan fights play out. If they can win a fight around the pit. Both teams are pretty capable of taking the Rosh, especially with Morphling going for this more physical damage oriented build. They have... They have kind of gone for a double medallion here. It's not the worst thing in the world, but maybe a little bit of miscoordination there from Among Us. Nobody going for a 4-staff or anything. I talked it up during the draft, but seems to not be a priority this game. And I would say in terms of timings, Boom's still definitely the ones kind of leading the way. He did actually go for the Echo Saber. All right. FBZ gonna get the second Yules. Kezcute is just trying to buy a medallion. Gonna help make that Roshan just a little bit easier. Hyde actually gonna go back for a pretty late earn, but even if it's late, still gonna be some nice sustain for them once they get this push going. Does everybody have... We don't even have all the tier 2 neutral items on the side of Boom just yet. Need to take a second to clear those up. They do have some ancients to grab. Some pretty decent ones so far. Okay, so how does the Roshan fight play out? I can't imagine that Boom want to just walk in there. They can kind of come over. The tricky thing is that they can come over, they can pop the Necrobook, they can sweep the high grounds for wards, and then they can kind of play this game of threatening that they're in the Roshan, but not actually being in there. The most important thing for Among Us is that they can get a track on somebody, and then that'll give them a little bit of extra information about what the Roshan status is. But it does seem like we're starting to move into a Roshan battle already. Kezcute getting gone on first. Arrow trying to protect him, but In Your Dream already nukes him down. Hasn't used the waveform. Gotta be a little careful. Hyde poking and prodding from the side. Makoto is just trying to grab those last couple of neutral items for the team. And it does grab the Imp Claw, so that's gonna be pretty decent damage. And Among Us with the cross-map smoke. Boom, they seem to... I think they may have spotted this, and they think that it's heading into the Dire jungle, but actually heading over towards the triangle, and FBC, not the best timing on that Timber Chain usage. Just instantly gonna get popped, as now Among Us heading straight onto the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, okay, they're gonna pressure the side lanes, try and force them back there. I don't think Makoto is really going to threaten the high ground, and blink away and TP is not really a reliable strategy unless he knows exactly where the bounty hunter is, so he's just going to have to let the wave push and then chill. Geek Fam thinking, can we get this? Hyde going to get tracked up. He does have 2 more leaps. Gosh. Well, he heals up the bounty hunter, but In Your Dream hot on his tail, and this is going to be a nice easy kill. Quick 3-man track, and Among Us, can they get anything more? Abed still just being a nuisance, constantly shoving out this mid wave, not letting it cross the river. And yeah, Among Us into the pit they go. If they can just claim this Roshan for free, that would be huge. There is a wolf who immediately gets dealt with. Abed still just chasing after Kezcute, creating a distraction while his team goes for the real objective. He does still have an Astral Step, so gets that bit further away, gonna try and dissimulate his way up onto the high ground. Actually fakes them out, but gets trapped, not in the best position. Does keep Makoto away for a moment. The Roshan actually not going down all that quickly. Now with Abed dead for 45 seconds, Boom can clean this up very quickly. The Courier trying to scout, but it actually just gets side-bladed down. Among Us holding this high ground. FPZ getting poked at, but Makoto's got a 10-second BKB, so he doesn't care. He's just gonna go straight in. Cuckoo hanging on to the Ravage, can't afford to use it too early on in this fight. Crystal Maiden a little bit low on mana. Zephyr getting gone on. He does have a Ghost Scepter to survive. Still poking and prodding at Cuckoo. Dreamcell has used the ultimate. The Ravage comes out at the last moment. Zephyr jumps in, trying with the freezing field, but he ends up killing the Necrobook, and that just obliterates him. 2/3 of his HP disappears. And Boom now gonna run for the pit. No worries whatsoever with the Ravage down. They're gonna buy back on the Crystal Maiden. Among Us. This is not what they were hoping for when they made that initial move into the Roshan pit. Abed trying to get in there, but no, not gonna be in time. Lycan picks up the Aegis, and now Boom just hoping that they can retreat cleanly out of this fight. And it seems like they're going to get out with no casualties whatsoever. And they've got bottom lane pushing in a great way. They've got mid lane pushing in fantastically. Still very close on the numbers. Net worth, experience, a little bit more in Boom's favor. But finally, the win probability. Gonna start seeing the momentum that Boom have. Though their timing is only so long. You know, once the TA BKB starts to wear down, I don't really know how much more they have after that. In Your Dream has opted not to go back for the E-Blade, actually. Just wants the full Scotty. Is a really nice item to have against a hero like the TA. And Cuckoo also going to be going for the Heaven's Halberd here. So once those two are up, I think it is going to change things pretty significantly. But those items are still a little ways away, and Boom's moment is right now. They've actually got the shapeshift back up in 5 seconds time. Still a minute to go on the Ravage, so plenty big window for them here as they push in on the top lane. Abed just dealing with mid, desperately trying to finish up this Aghanim Scepter. It's going to both give him a little bit more survivability and a bit more control in these upcoming team fights, which it really feels like they need against this Timbersaw especially. Does he even have any vessel charges? Oh, he's got one. But everybody on Among Us is sort of here to watch this tower defense. What do we got going on? There is actually still a bounty over here at bottom. Abed's gonna be pretty happy to come and find that. Alright. Hide. Alright, you got the urn. Now it's just going back for a mech, so you can very much see that the idea is, look, we just need some push to stand if at all possible. Makoto is going to be going for a Hex. The Silver Edge strikes me as a very weird choice. Like, yes, it's good at killing Tide Hunter, I guess, but you're also playing against a Bounty Hunter. Well, Kuzu's trying to TP out, but he just gets immediately Yules. He's still getting chased. I think FPZ can finish this kill. And Makoto also finding March elsewhere on the map. Among Us getting picked apart here. He does get the blink away. Cute, I think, could have maybe canceled that, but never you mind. Man, Makoto is actually getting towards this Hex really quickly. Making the move over. Kind of a no man's land with no mana either. Going to try for the Timber Chain away, but Abed's still right on top of him. So Among Us claim a kill. Can they all get out cleanly is going to have to be the question. In Your Dream heading into the tree line. Cuckoo does have the Ravage, but Dream Assault's in here with the shapeshift popped. Among Us just hiding in the trees. Cuckoo's got to be a little careful. Hyde walks forward straight into the Morphling and just gets blown the heck up. And now with the shapeshift starting to wear a little bit thin, they're actually getting caught on the way out. Unfortunately, no tracks for Among Us. Could have maybe waited for March to get into position there, but triple kill for In Your Dream, and this Morphling really starting to find some momentum. Aegis is still up for another minute and a half, but I mean, like an Aegis is not really that useful, fortunately. So I guess it's got to be a Hex then go. Too much more waiting, and I think you're going to start running into problems. Cuckoo has changed his mind again in terms of the itemization. Is not going to be going for the Heaven's Halberd, which I think would have been really good. And we'll just be opting for the Shivas instead. Lycan has picked up that full Silver Edge, flying out to Dreamcell in just a moment. And now we do start to see the beginnings of these 4 stabs on Among Us. And March is going to be picking one up. And Zephyr also has one queued. And they've also got the Ags. So a couple of very nice timings, and we'll just have to see how good this Silver Edge actually ends up being. Zephyr getting gone on. Cuckoo jumps forward, trying to protect him. Does get saved by the Ghost Scepter for now, but the Hex comes through, and that is a very dead Crystal Maiden. So sight set on the mid tower. You probably want your CM alive. I don't think you really defend this. Looks like Abed gonna go pushing out bottom. We'll need to come back and maybe grab some mana. No, actually, okay, he's coming back. It seems like they want to make some kind of a fight of this. They have eyes on the Morphling, and Boom just waiting up here on the high ground. Gonna let Dreamcell do the heavy lifting. Doesn't have the Ravage for all that much longer, but at least has the shapeshift. They're pinging that the Tide is missing. They're aware of the fact that, look, there could be a Blink Ravage at any moment. Gotta play this in a disciplined way. Be ready with our Yule Scepters to try and disengage. They will just get out. Okay, but Among Us maybe making the somewhat unexpected play, just going to go for the immediate smoke and running deep here. They don't really have any vision to speak of, so I guess they were just hoping that they might catch somebody cutting the top wave or something like that, but since it is really pushed out, so I don't think it would have been a crazy play at all for Boom to have like 2 heroes here and then somebody came over here to just quickly cut this wave as it was getting pushed, but instead of risking a hero, they're just using the side traps to do that. So one step ahead, and they've got a great ward along with the Moonlight Shadow leading them directly towards Among Us. They don't see them up this hill. Catch a glimpse of Cuckoo now in your dream as well, also moving across. They can kind of pincer them with the outpost a little bit. In your dream, the first one spotted. March, good vision up on the high ground, but Hyde going to deal with that immediately. Both teams poking, prodding, posturing, looking for their opportunity. Mech getting delivered for Hyde. Mikoto, I mean, with a 9-second BKB and this Hex should be able to obliterate anybody in this upcoming fight. There is still a little bit of control to deal with him. Cuckoo again changing his mind and going back for the halberd being queued up here. He does have a lot of unspent gold. Maybe he'll grab the talisman here. What's the plan? No, okay, so he still has the halberd queued up, but he buys the plate mail. Boom, just slow sieging at top. Is everybody just looking for neutral items now? Yeah, alright. We got a little neutral item break. They got all the tier 3s on Boom. Among Us a little bit slower this time around in grabbing all of theirs. And kind of looking like the next Roshan is going to be the big explosive objective of this game. March still not quite level 12, so they don't have the benefit of that extra track. FTZ comes in. Man, this guy's got a lot of armor, especially with the craggy coat. And he's not done either. Wants the Lotus Orb after that. Lycan going BKB next. And the TA, I think, having seen the Morphling going for this butterfly, is going to be going for the MKB. And, you know, MKB is the best right-click item in the game at the moment, it feels like, so I don't think anyone is all that shocked to see that getting picked up. Boom with another smoke, but Radiant Scan is going to reveal that some of this is going on. There is not a single ward on the map for Among Us currently, so just relying on scouting from their bounty hunter and playing together as a team for the most part. There's hardly any buybacks available in the game currently either. And they're sitting right on top of this observer where they get the Hex, but they don't get the follow-up arrow, so In Your Dream's going to be okay. 4 steps backwards, Boom just going to have to reset, and Mikoto wastes no time, just goes for the BKB and the straight TP out. They were hoping for the super fast pick on the Morphling, but as soon as they, well, one, he hexed him and then like took another second to walk around the tree to get the first auto attack off. And they didn't get the arrow off immediately, so pretty ill-fated. And now with the BKB on cooldown for another 40 seconds for the TA, Among Us feeling somewhat empowered to come and make a play, though it's pretty much max Roshan respawn, so no one really going to be benefiting too much from that one. Are we still one neutral item short on Among Us? No, they got everything. They just picked up that Quickening Charm as well. Okay. So pretty nice stuff. Quickening Charm for the Void Spirit, Paladin Sword for the Morphling. He's got the full Butterfly now, and you know, MKB is coming fast for the TA. Makoto's net worth is still amazing, but it'll still take him a little longer and has to think about, hey, is buyback something I still need to be considering at this point? Dream Itself still one component away from the BKB, and Cuckoo changes his mind again, and it's not even the Shiva, it's just an AC instead. All right. Very indecisive. Abed wants the Shivas instead, so there you go. That's where that's going to end up being. I do think Boom could play this a little bit more aggressively if they had another offlaner than the Timber, but you know, not really all that easy for them to set up kills. A lot of that is where this Hex is coming from on the TA, but should still be all right for them in these fights. We'll just have to see if they start getting kited once the BKBs wear down. March is going to go for a Lincoln's. Okay, it's cute. A little bit off the money there with the stomp. I think it's going to take him a very long time to get this Lincoln's. He's even just rocking the Vampire Fangs currently. I think more for the vision than anything else. Oh, all right. Hyde is dead. Abed making quick work of him. And actually picking up a gem on the side of Among Us as well. So, like I showed earlier, you know, they don't have a whole lot of warding going on. So, anything to reclaim a little bit of map control. And they could honestly lose the entire game off of just a wolf scouting them as they go for a smoke. So, I think very important that they've got this gem picked up. Man, and Abed's got an arcane rune as well in his bottle. Okay, you don't want to fight that. Does Dreamcell have the BKB? Not quite. Very, very close. I guess that has to kind of be the timing. Do have that full MKB up for the Templar Assassin. Roshan spawned and Boom just kind of taking a nap over by the shade of their tier 2 tower. They're not coming over just yet. And with the minus armor, Among Us actually able to bring this down pretty quickly. FBZ coming over. He might be the first one into the fray, but it's just a little too late. Aegis is already being claimed. He walks straight into the silence, so just going to keep on getting auto attacked down by In Your Dream. Dream Itself popping everything. The Ravage connecting on basically nothing. As Dream Itself going to keep on going for Cuckoo. Not sure if the Tide's really all that important to target. Who else can they find is really going to have to be the question. March tanking for In Your Dream, throws his body on the line for the president, but he was morphing the wrong way there. And now Boom just waiting for him on the respawn. Gets absolutely annihilated. I don't even think the Earth Splitter went off, but the Natural Order, he just got destroyed. Well, looked like a decent start to the fight, and then all of a sudden they just lose 3 out of nowhere, and now Boom are the ones marching straight down mid. They do have a buyback at least on the Morphling, but and a glyph. They might just have to use it, but I don't even know how they start the fight. It needs to be some kind of a catch, and then I suppose go from there. Then Hex. Zephyr playing a dangerous game with the positioning. Tier 3 down already. Tide respawning soon, but even if he respawns, still 80 seconds to go on the Ravage. So I think Boom can still just hang around here. Abed's off trying to grab his Shivas. Quick little shopping trip, and now coming back to the base to try and take this next team fight. It's already been used, and Boom I think could easily just back themselves up if they wanted to, but gonna pop the shapeshift and just keep on working. Abed dealing with the mid wave. 8 seconds to go on the Morphling respawn. Can they catch them on the way out here? Zephyr's got the blink. He's looking for it. 4 steps forward, but couldn't quite catch with the frostbite. Well, next Ravage is gonna have to do some work for them. Where did the cheese end up? All right, cheese is in the backpack of the Morphling. He's just going for a BKB next. Morphling not having a very fun time in this tournament. I haven't looked up the overall stats, but I feel like he is... between the fact that TNC have lost 2 or 3 times with him, and Boom lost yesterday, and I mean, let's not sugarcoat it too much. This is kind of looking like a loss for Among Us currently. Yeah, maybe poor old Waterman is not having the best time. But there's still some potential here for Among Us to bring this one back. But, you know, TA is very stacked. Lycan even now able to get back pretty close into the AC. I doubted this Silver Edge, but the way that Dreamicell with the Silver Edge and the BKB is actually just able to like force the Ravage out of the Tide is pretty cool. It does almost make me wonder if Cuckoo needs, like, you don't want to buy this on Tide, but if he almost just needs a Ghost Scepter so that he can buy a little bit more time. But even that might not really help all that much. And with no Aegis or anything to be claimed for a little while, I think Boom just grab some more farm, finish up another round of items, and don't have any wards down to play around currently. But that might change. They might look to just take over this bottom side, since mid and top are both going to be kind of pushing naturally the whole time. Smoke from Among Us, so they don't really see anything currently. Abed's off on a little bit of dewarding mission. They do see that Dreamicell is down bottom now, so hoping to find somebody elsewhere on the map, but Boom just moving in to start sieging bottom, it looks like. Not doing anything too crazy. Morph gets the BKB, but we'll see if that's actually going to end up helping him all that much. They really need to kill the Elder Titan in these fights. Feels like Kezcute has been able to break things up pretty effectively. And you can't afford to let the Elder Titan get anywhere near your Morphling. The natural order is just way too scary. We do have tier 4 items coming out now, so we'll just, we'll show the neutral item tab for a second. Leveler, Prince's Knife for the Radiant. Magic Lamp, Illusionist Cape for the Dire. Pretty good. They've also got a Magic Lamp. Alright. I don't know how happy they are about that, but Mikoto is eyeing his prey at mid. But seems like no big rush. They're pushing the net worth advantage. They've got better control over the map currently. They do have the level 25 on the TA as well. That's actually very scary. And Morphling only level 21 currently. Still just going kind of full right click build. Gonna go for the Satanic next. Very defensive. But, we've seen him had some problems with survivability so far, so I think it makes sense. Zephyr not really able to pop off on the Crystal Maiden in the same way that he was able to on the Lina yesterday. Like the Lina just gets way more farm. I think probably does a little bit more with the farm. I totally get the Crystal Maiden pick. I think the Arcane Aura has been super useful for the team this game, but just maybe not quite that same level of fight impact as having the Ags Laguna or anything like that. He's trying. He's got this Blink plus Ghost Scepter, so he's really looking for that opportunity when the Ravage comes out to just go blinking in and hopefully clean up 2 kills or something. Not necessarily so easy in practice. And now Mikoto has a full Daedalus on top of everything else. Oh, God. And with the Meld Bash, he is just going to melt heroes. How many 4 stabs we got? 1 and 2, right? I don't think. Tide's the one with the leveler currently. We got Shaco on the Void Spirit, and Morphling still rocking the Paladin Sword for now. It does look like we're just going to see another Roshan, really. Ping, Kezcute is thinking about it as well. He's like, yeah, Roshan ping, let's just get that. I don't think they've actually... Have they had an Age... Oh, they had an Aegis on the Lycan, which actually didn't end up really doing anything, but... So they got the first one. Among Us got the second for all of 15 seconds. Roshan number 3 is coming up. If it ends up being a refresher shard or something for the Tidehunter, that could easily be the thing that starts to turn this game back around for Among Us. FBZ waiting over here on the bounty runes, just about to spawn, does grab it. March still scouting everybody in the neighborhood. Nobody's even going for these other bounties on the other side of the map. Maybe they'll head over that way now, but I'm feeling confident to move forward. Still has the Yules and the Lotus to use defensively if he gets gone on. And we've got, oh man, another Hex. I haven't even been keeping an eye on FBZ's farm, but he is a Timber, so still going to be soaking up plenty off of the map. And Among Us, kind of looking forward. I don't know if they've spotted Dreamacell just yet. They catch a glimpse of him, but they've just tracked up the illusion for now. FBZ comes around the corner. They do see that Hyde is at bottom. They have pretty good intel, but it's just not easy to start the fight. They walk up onto the Hydra, and Mikoto gonna get jumped on with the immediate damage. Can they focus the down in time? Can he get the BKB out? He can't. Abed with the follow-up lockdown. Among Us, just like that. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they burst down the TA. They get a follow-up kill on the Timbersaw. Roshan's still a minute away. But might even be able to grab that. Neither of these heroes has buyback. Hyde, okay, the flicker is going to help him a little bit. Abed's still chasing, but doesn't have any astral step left. So, yeah, in your dream, straight over to the pit. There's a free little dust on the ground for whoever wants it. Is anyone going to grab that? All right, probably not. So, well, gotta try and hold out for a moment, I suppose. I don't think they're going to lose too much. They do have Glyph and they've still got all their tier 2s, but Morph is starting to get pretty scary, and I don't really feel like Lycan is really scaling all that much. I'm sure he's got the AC, which is nice and everything, but is starting to get to the point of the game where the Ravage is just so devastating.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Guess what? Ravage is back up in 80 seconds. So not going to be that much of a window after these guys respawn to actually make any plays. They're scouting the Roche with the Courier, and they do see that there's an Aghanim Scepter there. If they can go and claim it. Tier 3 dead. Pulls him up. Hyde looking for the arrow. March once again. Get down, Mr. President. Keep him nice and safe so that they can just clean up this lane of Rack. Still 15 seconds to go on those two cores, so they can't really take this fight. Dream is still thinking about it. Top Rex, actually, did that just get cleaned up by these catapults? It looks like it may have. So Abed gonna have to go and deal with that damage over there. Who's got buyback? We got a lot of buybacks, folks. And actually, Outpost's not gonna end up being claimed. March coming over, Sentry down. Hyde's managed to catch him. Could be the first kill to start off this fight. Does he have a buyback? He does. And might be forced into using it. The Courier's already inside of the pit. I don't know where he can position it to avoid it just dying to the TA, but all right, he buys back. And this is now really going to be the fight for the game. Ravage is back up in 20 seconds, so if Boom can claim it before that point, that would be the ideal for them. It's just up to Among Us to see if they can slow this down long enough. Maybe throw some bodies on the line. It's dying pretty quickly. All right. Aegis, Cheese, and the Aghanims picked up. It's actually the Templar Assassin with the Aghanims. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Maybe going to come jumping into this fight in a moment. They're focusing under the tide. Cuckoo going to get forced stepping up on the cliff. That might be an okay place for him to be, though. Abed fighting this out. The Ravage doesn't connect onto anything. Abed still going within your dream, looking very healthy. They have managed to bring down Makoto the once, and now they continue to turn this fight. Kescu getting sent packing as Hyde now getting auto attack down. Dreamacell just manages to TP out. Why is the Aegis on the Lycan? Is Kescu dead? Yeah, he's tracked. He's gone. Cuckoo and March gonna make quick work of him. They've even got a wave still alive here at mid that they can push with. No buyback for the TA yet again. Dead for 70 seconds. At least there's still tier 2s in both of the other lanes, so they're not gonna lose a lane of racks instantly, but the TA just doesn't seem to be getting the chance to push your buttons. I am shocked that they won that fight so hard, even with the Ravage hitting absolutely nothing, but there you go. I guess the Void Spirit with his Hex and the Wolfling are both very strong at this point. A high Grundy will go. A high Grundy will go. Still 40 seconds to get one to respawn. FPG getting gone on. Nuke down. Can he get his spells off? Can he get his items off? No, he's just dead. Dead for 90 seconds. They're not even going to get a full 5-man fight at this point. Among Us, they can't get the last remaining lane of racks, but I don't think it matters. They're just going straight forward onto the tier 4s. And not going to get that stomp off from Kescu. In Your Dream makes quick work of him, and now Hyde also hexed up. Can he escape? Yules, Matt, and he's got the magic stick. Should be able to make it back into the fountain. Boom. Just waiting for this TA to respawn. March has gone back to try and deal with the wave. I don't know. I guess they have to fight. They can't really try and make a rat play. Some BOTs or anything. Speaking of BOTs, March is picking some up. Wants to rejoin his team shortly. 40 seconds to go on the Ravage. Dreamacell coming in. Don't think he really wants to focus on the Tidehunter. He wants Zephyr first, but Abed just forces him away. In Your Dream getting gone on great full step. Gets him out of range of the arrow. And now he can just turn around and start man fighting. Makoto locked down and dead. Dead for 100 seconds. And with that, Among Us pulling it back from what looked like the jaws of defeat, and we'll be taking this first game. Boom just hit a wall. It really didn't. It felt like they were doing great. They were doing great. They hit all of these item timings, and then they lost their nerve, or they felt like they couldn't just walk up onto the high ground. I guess they felt that they were farming nicely. That one pickoff on Makoto